Hello, welcome to the Bookworm Society. My name is Ishika Bansal, and today we'll be reading a story called A Stitch in Time by authors Himadri Das and Veena Prasad. Khurr! Oh no, wailed Shyam. The seams of his favorite shirt have come apart. I can't wear this shirt anymore, Tata. Of course you can, silly, his grandfather says. We can repair it. Tata takes a needle and a spool of blue thread. He shows Shyam how to stitch the seams together. Shyam's friend Trisha has come home. Let's go cycling, she says. In a minute, says Shyam. Let me iron my shirt first. He switches on the iron box, but the light doesn't glow and the iron remains cold. Oof, I'll just wear the crumpled shirt, grumbles Shyam. I was at the repair mela last week, says Trisha. George uncle, who teaches chemistry in my brother's college, was repairing an iron box. I watched what he was doing very closely. Let's try to set it right. Do you have a screwdriver? Shyam hunts in the cupboard and gets a screwdriver. Trisha unscrews the back of the iron. See this wire? When you switch on the power, electric current passes through it and heats up the iron plate. This process is called conduction, says Trisha. And this small thing is a thermostat. It makes sure that the iron doesn't get too hot. If the heat goes way up, it just cuts off the power. The red light goes out. When the iron cools down, the current flows again and the lights come on. Other heating devices must work the same way, right? Geysers, kettles, ovens? But Trisha's not listening. She's peering into the iron. What's wrong? Asked Shyam. I don't think I can repair it. Oh no, Appa and Amma will scold us when they see what we have done to the iron box. We'll take it to the repair mela. They'll help us. Before Shyam's parent can ask them about the iron box, he and Trisha take it and sneak out on their cycles to the repair mela. Auntie, can you help us repair this iron box? Trisha asks Anupama auntie. What's wrong with it? It won't switch on, says Trisha. Anupama auntie takes out a little box with wires and knobs. This is a multimeter, she says. It checks all parts of the iron are allowing current to flow. Let's start with the plug. Next, she tests all the other parts until she comes to a small wire. See this wire next to the plug? It's broken even though it doesn't look damaged. There's your problem. She cuts out the old wire and plug and fixes a new wire and plug to the iron box. Let's test it. She switches it on and the light glows. After helping out at the mela and observing repairs for a while, they decide to head home. Oh no, the rear tire has a puncture. Let's take it to Manigandan Anna, says Trisha. Puncture? No problem, says Manigandan Anna, who has a small cycle repair shop in the neighborhood. He has been invited to the repair mela. He turns the cycle upside down. He takes a pair of tire levers and pries the tire away from the metal rim. Soon the inner tube is out. Can you see a hole anywhere? Anna asks the children. They can't. Then how do you tell where the puncture is? He asks. The children look at him cluelessly. He immerses the tube, part by part, in a tub half filled with water. At one point, they see small bubbles rising. See? That's where the hole is. He cuts a small piece of rubber from an old tube. After rubbing the surface of the tube around the hole with sandpaper, he applies a rubber adhesive to the tube and the piece of rubber. Come, seal this, he says. Shyam puts the piece of rubber on the hole and presses it down. If not for professionals who fix cycles, umbrellas, footwear, and other things, we would have mountains of waste all over, says Shyam. The tire is fixed, the iron is fixed, and Trisha and Shyam ride back home. It is a day well spent. Thank you so much for listening to this audiobook.